All right, hey everybody, I'm Backstage here with Dr. Martin Blaser. There goes Bill Maher. And you wrote this amazing book, Missing Microbes, How the Overuse of Antibiotics is Fueling Our Modern Plagues. And you talked a little bit about the modern plague idea with Bill, and it's a scary idea. Like, could a plague happen to us today?
It is scary, and I don't even like writing about it, but it's better to face possibility than to just ignore it and bury our head in the sand. We live in a world that is smaller. We're only 2 days away from any village in the world because of jet planes. And if somebody had something, they could bring it to Los Angeles or to New York or to Chicago. And in fact, that's what happened with SARS about 10 years ago.
Right.
And we were lucky with SARS because it didn't spread very much, but something could spread.
Do you know why didn't SARS become the big?
Because SARS jumped from animals to humans, and it wasn't that efficient in humans.
Okay.
But if we had something that really transmitted well, we really would be in trouble.
Is that just a fluke of nature sort of thing?
These are flukes of nature, but they happen. And the problem is that our defenses are probably depleted because of antibiotics and such things that are removing our diversity. And diversity is a defense against invaders. We know that on the cornfields, we know that in forests, and we know that in experiments with animals, that the good bacteria protect us against the bad bacteria. I talked about cesarean section.
Right.
The fact that the rates have been going up all over the world. And again, it's something that's life-saving in a small percentage of women and babies, that more and more and more are being done because nobody thinks there's any cost. But now there have been 4 studies that have shown that babies born by C-section are more likely to become obese when they're teenagers than kids not born by C-section when you control for all other factors, when you take all other factors into account.
And the reason for that, do you think, is because when you're taken out by a C-section, you don't encounter the same sort of microbes that you do?
So when a baby's born the usual way,
right,
vaginally, the way mammals have been born for the last 100 million years, all mammals, whether they're bears or elephants or mice or people, it's always through the birth canal. That's how nature intended it, and the baby is covered with the mom's bacteria. They swallow the mom's bacteria. But with a C-section, that doesn't happen. And there's evidence that early microbiome is a little different in the vaginally born baby and the C-section baby, and we think that that's what's contributing.
Is there any way that we could recreate that microbiome, like a little baptism right on the?
So in Missing Microbes,
yes, I
discuss the work of my wife, who is doing just those experiments.
Oh, really?
She's studying 3 groups of mothers: vaginal delivery, C-section delivery, and then C-section delivery where they put a swab in the vagina and now they swab the baby born by C-section to restore what's happened. And she already has presented work at a meeting that she's getting partial restoration.
Oh,
yeah.
That's really... So that could be one way that we're...
Yeah, I tell her, she's not a doctor, I'm a doctor, I tell her, you're going to change medicine.
Well, you're doing amazing work. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. You're great. You get to pick up Missing Microbes, and it'll freak you out a little bit, but it's good for you, because you need to know this stuff. I haven't even washed my hands since I read this a couple weeks ago. So, it's nice.
Now we have to wash our hands.
Oh, we got the microbe. Our biomes are mixing.